Court is calling 2025 CR 0000531 State versus Joseph Isaiah Vela. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Robert Ramirez.
And are you Mr. Vela?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, 1 to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is offering deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea?
Yes, sir.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Luis Enrique Velez, Jorge Enrique Martinez, and Leroy Villarreal. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest. Court
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. We ask that the court follow the plea agreement.
All right, is there anything you want to say to the court? Do you want to say you were hanging around with bad people?
Second row on top?
I was.
That's-
All right, because
Man,
that,
first row?
I sentenced the co-defendant and he said he was hanging around with bad people. So that would be you. So just bad people hanging around with each other.
Making bad options.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm sure you do. Why did you choose to do this?
These are the reasons for me. There wasn't a reason for me to do it. It was just making bad choices at the time.
How far did you go in school?
11th grade,
And why didn't you graduate?
because I didn't have a kid.
You mean you had a child?
Yeah.
So how does that mean that you don't graduate? I said, how does having a child mean that you don't graduate? I don't
I
understand.
started working
All right, and what do you do?
plumber.
All right, and are you living at home? Does your child live at home with you? All right, so lives with the mom
Yes.
and her mom?
Yes.
So you all just two crazy kids who decide to have a child and not be adults?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
Just keep on working, take care of my kid.
Take care of your child.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Probably
When's the last time you used?
2 weeks ago.
See, so you're not doing what you need to do. You're still doing crazy things that you shouldn't be doing.
Medina?
And did you come by yourself?
No. My mom and my girl.
All right, mom. He's still using marijuana. Are you using it in her house?
No.
Where are you
Do it
using it?
my own time.
Well, you really don't have any own time because you're either at your mom's house or you should be taking care of your child. So who are you using marijuana with?
Well, I do it by myself
Mhm.
at some other places, not in my house.
Oh, at other people's homes? Yes.
Yes.
Right. You should not be doing that. So he's still using marijuana. He hasn't changed his life. I guess maybe he wants to spend his life in prison. I don't know. So I can tell you what, when you're on probation in this court, you're not allowed to do marijuana. People have been known to go to prison because they're testing positive for drugs. And people will get upset. I can't believe you're sending me to prison for marijuana. No, you're being sent to prison because you're not following the rules and because of your actions. So if you want to go to prison and if you think you can't stop using marijuana, let me know now. Then you can work out another agreement with your attorney and you can just go to prison because they're offering you 2 years deferred adjudication, which I'm going to give him more than 2 years deferred adjudication. But if you want to just do 2 years in prison, be done with this, you can go to prison for 2 years, come out. Maybe there's another guy who's raising your child, maybe not, who knows? But your child won't know you, probably. He'll probably know your mom, but not you. So it's completely up to you. You're making bad decisions. And if you want to go to prison, you can go to prison. And guess what? Maybe you'll learn some unhealthy things at prison, but when you get out, you can go to your mom's house, wherever you're gonna go. If you still want to smoke marijuana, you can smoke marijuana. And then ultimately you'll be in a vehicle with some other people that you're saying those are the bad people of the bunch. And you'll pick up a new case and you'll be a repeater when you come back. So it's completely up to you. If you want to go to prison, I'll send you to prison now and you can be done. Then you better start acting like it, because coming in here testing positive for marijuana, you haven't changed at all. And you're just like the guy before me when he said he was with bad people. You're one of those bad people. He's one of those bad people because you're still breaking the law. And in Texas, you can't use marijuana. There are only a few exceptions. All right, 3 years deferred adjudication. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes parenting classes, 50 of those hours will be deemed satisfied. The other 50, you can either do those picking up trash in the Texas heat or not, or you can either obtain your GED or obtain some sort of certificate from a trade school, and that will be deemed satisfied. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Please test for levels. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. If the TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. There's to be no contact with Luis Enrique Velez, Velez, Jorge Enrique Martinez, and Leroy, Leeroy Villarreal. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minor, and that includes your child. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else?
No, I got it. Got it.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Don't have any more children until you're ready to have more children. What do I mean by that? You shouldn't be depending on the child's maternal grandparent to be taking care of the child. That should be all on you and her. You shouldn't be dependent on them to act as a daycare. That should be on you and her. Do you understand? And you need to be prepared to be a good role model to your child, because otherwise your child may end up driving around in a vehicle with people doing marijuana. And then you're going to be sitting right where your mom is sitting.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you love your mom?
Yes.
Really? How much do you love her?
Love.
Then stop breaking her heart. Get your life together.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, then you can come to me.
Yes,
If you can't stop using marijuana, then let probation know and we'll get some treatment for you, okay?
yes.
And I'm sorry, probation, add 60 sober meetings in 60 days. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir, is your client in Eagle Pass?
Yes, ma'am.
Come forward. All right, do you need his probation transferred to
Yes,
Eagle
ma'am.
Pass?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're gonna back on the record in 2025 CR 000531. There'll be a transfer to Eagle Pass. And probation, if you could see if Eagle Pass will do those field visits.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
You're
Your
welcome.
Honor.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 6347 State versus Amarian Sullivan. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Adam LaHood for the defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Sullivan? Are you the same Amarian Sullivan who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 6347 for the offense of evading arrest, detention, using a vehicle on August 29, 2023 for a term of 4 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the prison and up to a $1,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will grant the motion, revoke, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 000932 plus $1,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, we're proceeding in 2025 CR 000932. You understand in counts 1 and 3, you're charged with the offense of robbery. That's a second degree felony, range of punishment. So did you understand the range of punishment in count 1 and count 3 is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, states proceeding on counts 1 and 3, they're asking that your punishment be assessed at 2 years in each count. There are no applications. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 6347. And are counts 1 and 2 to run concurrent as well? I'm sorry, counts 1 and 3.
Well, 1 and 3, yes, everything runs concurrently.
He said 2 years in each count.
No, everything's concurrent.
All right, did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Defense, is that the plea?
Ma'am.
Well, yes, yes.
State, is that the plea? And did you understand that to be the plea, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to count 1, how do you plea?
No contest.
To count 2, how do you plea?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty in count 1 and in count 3. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we don't need a PSI.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, just that he's taken responsibility. He messed up. He acknowledges that. And we ask and pray the court to accept the plea as presented.
All right, then this is what the court will do. The court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 2 years in the prison in count 1 and count 2. I'm sorry, count 1 and count 3. Counts 1 and counts 3 will run concurrently. There should be no contact with Heavenly, Heavenleigh Martinez, Eli Corona, Cheyenne Martinez, Kimberly Brown, and this will run concurrent with 2023 CR 6347. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so here's the thing. You had choices to make and you chose prison. So that's why you're going to prison. You had better change your ways. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in and out of somebody's prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Court is calling 2025 CR 000487 State versus Alyssa Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Renee Munoz on behalf of Ms. Gonzalez.
And are you Ms. Gonzalez? All right, did you understand in count 2, you're charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle as a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. Punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the state jail facility. There's a $2,000 fine. There are no applications. The state will take in consideration 2025 CR 000472, and there's $800 restitution to Orlando Perez. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
That's correct, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
It is.
Then to count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing the same, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. In reference to Ms. Gonzalez, I had the chance to speak with her regarding the offenses that she had picked up. And I know that the court maybe has some concerns as to the questionable thinking My client has notified me at the jail that she has been getting MRT, moral recognition therapy treatments, in terms of addressing some of the questionable decisions she has made that led her to being here in front of the court today, Judge. In light of that, she is willing to undergo at the state jail classes, as well as vocation, as well as substance use, to address some of those issues and hopefully continue with the MRT there at state jail. We're asking Judge, in light of that, her eagerness to do that, if she can be presumptively entitled to diligent participation credit, also known as the 80-20 rule, in light of the fact that she wants to make those changes and continue to address those changes in thinking.
All right, how old are you?
32.
All right, why don't you know right from wrong? I mean, it would seem that people would know, hey, you're not supposed to steal a car. Why do you need a class to tell you don't steal?
Cop that I was hanging out with.
I'm sorry, what?
Cop that I was hanging out with.
The crowd that you were hanging out with? Let me just tell you, if they were here, they would say, it's the crowd I'm hanging out with. You're in your 30s. You're not a teenager. So again, that doesn't answer my question. So why do you need a class for somebody to tell you that stealing is wrong? And here you are driving around in a vehicle where the ignition is broken and the steering column is damaged, and you're just riding around in it. And if the police would not have caught you, you'd still be riding around in it. Do you have children? I'm sorry, a son? How old is he? Two sons. How old are they?
13 and 11.
All right, and you don't take care of either of them. Somebody else does.
My husband, both of them.
All right, so you don't take care of any of them. Are you paying child support? If they had to depend on you to survive, they would not survive because you're not paying child support. You're just out here stealing vehicles. All right, court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. Taking consideration 2025 CR 000472, there's to be restitution of $800 to Orlando Perez, and I'll order the therapeutic community. All right, we can go off the record. You need to do better because right now somebody else is raising your children and you don't have a part in their life whatsoever. And I don't understand why you would need MRT to tell you, I pick up a crime, somebody else is taking care of my children. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court is calling 2025 CR 000470 State versus Abel Martinez III. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Todd Coronado.
And are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with theft of property, $2,500 or more. I'm sorry, $2,500 with 2 or more convictions. And the state is proceeding on the repeater count. If they're able to prove the repeater count, your range of punishment will be anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, you are to agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. Punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There is a $2,000 fine and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea. Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, and no contact with Home Depot. Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? To the enhancement, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we have to approve the agreement. Mr. Martinez is looking forward to fulfilling his obligations on probation.
All right, when you drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive for marijuana.
And what else?
That's it.
Here's the thing. I will send you to go get tested. And let me just tell you right now, if you're not being honest with me, I'm going to send you to get tested. And if it comes back with something other than marijuana, you're going to be going into custody and going into treatment. So you don't want to, you want to stick with the only marijuana thing?
methadone, but I mean, I don't know if it'll come out positive for heroin.
All right, so why don't you be honest with me? I'm just trying to help
No,
you.
but it's medication,
Mhm.
but yes,
All right, other than these theft cases, do you have anything in your history?
no, man,
Any violence?
no, never, no, nobody.
All right, and what are these tattoos all about?
Um, just,
Tell the truth, shame the devil. Where are they from?
the ones on my arms used to be gang tattoos, but everything else after that is like just regular tattoos.
Okay. And are you active?
No, man. I just thought that behind like 10 years ago, everything my whole life. Just that I messed up. I hadn't been in trouble in like going on 10 years.
All right, are you employed at all?
Yes, huh?
What do you do?
Remodeling.
All right, and do you have any children?
Yes, but they're all older.
What does older mean? Are they adults?
Yes.
Who do you live with?
Um, with my mom.
Everybody lives with their mom. You know,
My
mom is tired of having grown children live with them.
mom and my dad are already impaired. I have an apartment, but I'm renting it out to my sister.
So your
my-
sister's paying you money?
Huh?
Your
Well,
sister?
no, she's paying the lease, cause I
Mhm.
wanna go move in with my mom and my dad, cause they're already old.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe your sister should live with them because I don't allow anybody to be home health care providers while they're on probation out of my court.
I'm not a provider, I just take out the trash, bring in the mail, clean the yard and stuff like that. I'm not no kind of provider, nothing, I have a job.
All right. Court is going to sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years, $2,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. There's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow recommendations. And counsel, if TAP evaluation recommends inpatient treatment, you can come back to the court and we'll have a discussion about it.
Ma'am.
There's to be no contact with Home Depot. That means any Home Depot. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. 120 sober meetings in 120 days. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Tests for levels. And what I will do, the community service hours, I'm gonna order CATS 1 and 2 theft course. And once he completes that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am, I just had a question.
Sure.
So I'm self-employed, I look for my own work, so from time to time, it might be like 3, 4 days, maybe even a week, 2 weeks at the most.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me ask you this. When you get employment to work in people's homes, do you tell them about your past?
So I work for these cops that already know my past, like they do, how do you say,
Oh, you work for police officers, okay.
yeah, they already know my past, but like, I've been away from everything for a couple of years already, at least 7, 8 years. So like, I do all their, I say the renovations, they invest in money into homes.
And you know what, let's do this. Let's stop talking about what you're doing with police officers because, you know, all right. All right, and we're gonna do a gang evaluation. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You're at a crossroads in your life. And in many ways, if you continue to use, it's not gonna go well for you. Somebody may end up identifying your body on the side of the road or in a field somewhere. I'll remember your face because I remember everybody who comes before me because people are people to me and not numbers. Or either what's going to end up happening is you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. And I always tell people this, you know what, at the Bexar County Jail and at the prison, hypothetically, if they say this prison legally is only allowed to have 500 people in it, You know what's gonna end up happening? They'll squeeze 500 people more in there if they need it. They're not gonna say, oh, we can't have 10 people in one cell because it's against the rules. They're gonna be like, sorry, yeah. And as I tell everybody, nobody's gonna start, well, there may be a few people who will protest about the way inmates are crowded into a cell. But you know what, normally what people in the public say? They shouldn't have been stealing. Well, they killed somebody, nobody cares. You understand? So you're gonna have to change your life. If you need something, ask for probation. If you feel as though probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. All right, good luck to you. You are.
Big excuse, Your Honor.
Yes.
So,
Well, he'll need to speak to probation. Juan Miranda,
I had 7 settings today, so I got here as fast as I could.
so we are numbered, we're the low.
No,
person
you are
on the time.
not. You know, what it was, is I was running back and forth between 2 courts, and in both courts, we were just waiting for the prisoner to be transported up, paperwork ready, everything. So I thought it would be faster. That was just today. I have a discovery acknowledgement.
All right, thank
We
you.
need to reset for a plea just in a couple of weeks or so, but he has no bond on this case, Judge. I'm not on his other cases. He's requesting a bond. I know you had FTA'd him at one point, which is why there is no bond on his case, but,
All right, follow motion, I'll hear it.
all right. Look, if we could get a 2-week reset, because I think we have a deal.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. 2-week reset.
Gotcha.
All right, we can bring you back on March 18th.
March 18th. Okay, so we'll take care of it then.
All right, that will be your plea deadline date. Michael Medina,
Good afternoon, Judge.
good afternoon, how's it going?
How are you?
You guys are usually in trial somewhere.
I don't know. I thought we were gonna be today too, and we're 290th, but it's not by.
All right, where are we on discovery?
Judge, I think that we have everything on this case,
Okay.
but there is a new case out there that, I believe just got picked up this like a
Yes.
couple weeks ago, or
Okay.
if not even a week ago or so.
Is it a drug case or something else?
It's not, it's
Okay.
a unlawful carrying, allegedly, and we're just asking for a little bit of time on our side just to, and I know they don't have discovery on that yet, but
Is it a misdemeanor or is it a?
it's gonna be a
felony?
felony,
Felony,
and it's gonna be probably.
okay. How much time are you guys asking for?
I mean, I could send an email off, and I mean, I think they have everything they need, and I don't think anything else was found, so I think it just at least 2 to 3 weeks stretch.
All right, do you want to put it at the end of the month or you just want a 30-day reset?
We can get a 30-day reset.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can we have a 30-day reset and I'll just have it as a discovery?
April 17th.
All right, April 17th.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, court is calling 2021 CR 8068 and 2021 CR 8074 State versus April Ramirez and April May Gomez. I'm sorry, Gonzalez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Jason, your hand, Your Honor.
defense?
Matt Stohansky on these 2 cases for Ms. Ramirez Gonzalez.
All right. And are you Miss April May Gonzalez
Yes,
and also Miss April Ramirez?
yes, ma'am.
In 2021 CR 8068, are you the same April May Gonzalez who was placed on community supervision for the offense of tampering with the government record on December 10th, 2021 for a term of 10 years? And are you the same April May Gonzalez who's placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 8074 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on December 10th, 2021 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the same allegation in each motion?
Yes, Your Honor. We have some other cases that I'm not reviewing on. Or did.
Mhm.
Those are
my cases, Your Honor.
Those are his cases. There's some indicted cases hanging out there. We can't get everything put together. We don't mind doing a deal, but we'd like to do a global deal. What we're asking is for a little time so the state can figure out what they're doing with the cases. They can't even find their victims.
I can open it up a little bit if you don't.
Sure.
you don't mind, Judge.
Yes.
Hunter Morris was down here for that particular reason. He
Mhm.
came down this morning and one of the cases is tied up in PIC division. And so they're deciding whether they go or not. We are sort of, criminal trial has their cases packaged up and we actually possibly have a deal on those. However, that case, they said that they cannot do anything on because they don't have the named victims at this particular point. That's where I think Mr. Kohansky was going at. But I mean, that's where we're at. The alleged MTR does allege technicals. I'll just let the court know that we would be proceeding on the technicals at this point, other than the one case that we do have that we are also possibly going to plea on, or rather defenses.
All right, so.
And Your Honor, Eric Hernandez from Ms. Gonzalez. I can confirm what Judge Garahan just said, in my conversations with Hunter. Two of the cases that are out there that have not been, that are at large, I believe, are with an ADA Nicole. And then the other still, we have been working on that one that might get wrapped up into this, but we're just asking for some time to not piecemeal this solution.
This has been reset since 2023. We're not doing any more resets on the motions to revoke. All right, state.
Step back and.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may then, on the two new cases, can we agree to get those reset? Can the court grant me a reset on those?
Oh, let me see about this.
Very well, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, we are back on the record. And 2021 CR 8068 and 2021 8075 State versus April Ramirez.
Oh, both.
Ramirez Gonzalez. All right, so we'll start with a motion to revokes. And we're picking up where we left off. So State, are you proceeding same allegation in each motion?
Yes.
And probation, this is the motion to revoke on April May Gonzalez, April May Ramirez. All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1 and cause number 2021 CR 8075, the court could find it true, grant the motion and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yep.
And did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1 in 2021 CR 8068? The court could find it true, grant the motion and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1 in each cause?
Yes.
In each cause, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
Both the cases to revoke the individual for probation, reform the underlying sentence to 6 years in Texas Department of Corrections. And she did plead true to a case that we are taking into consideration, which is cause number 2024 CR 011204.
Then in cause number 2021 CR 8068, the court will grant the motion, revoke, take in consideration 2024 CR 011204, and sentence you to 6 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. And in cause number 2021 CR 8074, the court is going to grant the motion, revoke, take in consideration 2024 CR 011204, sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Was it the intention that these cases run concurrently? All right, and this will run concurrent with 2021 CR 8068. All right, counsel, do you have anything else with your?
No, ma'am, I need to step back.
All right.
I think they're ready to proceed on the next one. Am I dismissed, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
Court is calling 2024 CR 011255 State versus April May Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Yes, Gary.
Eric Hernandez for the defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Ms. Ramirez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with fraudulent use of possession of identifying information, 5 items or less, of an elderly person? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. Concurrent with 2021 CR 8068 and 2021 CR 8074, there's a $2,000 fine. State is taken in consideration 2024 CR 011204. There's to be restitution and no contact with Beverly Goldman. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. This is run concurrent with 2021 CR 8068, 2021 CR 874, 2021 CR 8074, taking consideration 2024 CR 011204. There's to be restitution and no contact with Beverly Goldman. There's to be no contact with Joseph Anthony Ramirez. All right, are you crying?
Trying not to.
Okay, why are you trying not to cry? And why would you be crying anyway? We can go off the record.
Because I let my kids go.
Well, I mean, that's on you, but I'm telling you what, I looked at the photo that's in the stipulation. You went in there with that lady's check like you didn't have a care in the world. So, I mean, you stole, you got caught, you broke into somebody's mailbox. I don't know why this isn't a federal offense, because breaking in mailboxes and taking mail is a federal offense. So you should be charged federally. So, there you go. You steal. That's your occupation. So you need to get another occupation other than breaking in mailboxes. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I excuse?
Yes. Ever get the chance, watch Five Card Stud. That is one of the great Westerns. Dean Martin was hilarious in it. Roddy McDowell, he's in it. It's awesome.
I like that.
And Yaphet Kotto is in it. I think that's his name, Yaphet Kotto. But he's in it. It's fabulous. All right, court is calling 2020 CR 1209 State versus Brandon Rocky Pena. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Luis Martinez on behalf of Brandon Rocky Pena.
And are you Brandon Rocky Pena?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Brandon Rocky Pena who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 1209 for the offense of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams on July 15, 2021 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court would find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? I'm sorry?
No.
You didn't know that? All right, you want to discuss that with him?
Oh, no, we discussed, remember I told you she can give you 40 or 50 or whatever she wants, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're on deferred for a first degree, which means your range of punishment is from 5 years up to 99 years of life, and a fine up to $10,000. So if the judge revokes you, she doesn't give you time, she can give you as little as 5, she can give you as much as life. So that's what we discussed before, remember that?
Oh,
Okay, so do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, and knowing that, do you still want to plead true in front of the judge and let her decide what happens?
All right. So knowing that I can sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine, you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5? All right, court will find violation of condition number 5 true. All right, and defense, what are you requesting?
Hey, Judge, we're requesting that the court take notice of the fact that he's been in custody, assess that as a jail sanction, and place him on probation with ISP requirements and kind of a zero tolerance arrangement. That's what we're requesting the court consider.
All right, why are you not reporting?
I went to report it and they sent me to go drug test, and when I went there, the lady kept telling me that I have to go back to talk to the probation officer. And they had me like back and forth, and I couldn't because I had to talk to my brother. So it means it was back and forth.
All right, so I don't understand how that translates in you not reporting for months at a time.
You know, because like one time we had the first time.
No, I mean, you didn't report, the state read the allegations and you didn't report for January 2023. You didn't report for February 2023. You didn't report in March 23. You didn't report in April 2023. And here we are in 2025. So since April 2023, have you reported? So that means you were missing the entire year of 2024. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna find you guilty. And I'm going to grant the motion to revoke. Does anyone want to speak to time? State?
Yes, Your Honor, the state's requesting 10 years.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
And Judge, I don't think this is a 10-year case. Speaking to the court's decision to revoke, Mr. Pena is not out committing violent offenses. He's not assaulting people. He's not robbing people. I don't think that we as a society are safer with him locked up, and I don't think that's a proper use of the limited penitentiary space that we have in Texas. Because when we put nonviolent offenders in there, all that we're doing is creating pressure that's going to get violent offenders out earlier. So it has the court to take notice of that. I think Mr. Pena could use some cognitive skills. I think he could use some training. I think he could use a chance to kind of figure out how to get from point A to point B in life. I think that's a productive use of the court's supervision resources. So I don't think that revoking him is going to get us where we want to be. That having been said, I know the court right now is inclined to revoke, but I don't think that Mr. Pena, if he's going to be revoked, should do more than 5 years. Don't think that it's warranted proportionally with what we see here in Bexar County on a daily basis.
All right. I understand the defense's argument, but he's charged with possession with intent to deliver, not possession as though he's using. Possession with the intent to deliver means selling. And I'm reviewing the previous stipulations that were in place. The drug amount wasn't one that was barely over 4 grams.
And Judge, I make no
Mhm.
assertions that that's not true. And like I said, the point that I'm trying to make is that this is not a violent offense. And as you can see, Mr. Pena is not terribly sophisticated. I don't think he was particularly good at getting away with what he was doing before, which is how he got caught. And once again, I don't believe that a lengthy prison sentence is warranted by the circumstances.
All right. Because it says in the stipulation that there was a scale for weighing narcotics. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing else, State, Your Honor.
No, Judge, not from the defense.
All right, and probation? Was the $1,500 in restitution paid to Jovan Garcia in 2021 CR 3743? Did you pay any of the restitution?
No, ma'am. None of it.
So you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record. All right, what have you done since you've been on probation? Yes. So did you report to probation?
Probation, I went one time to go see you.
One time.
Yeah, one time.
All right. Did you do the UA hotline where you call in to get drug tested?
Yeah, she sent me there. So one right there,
Did you do any community service hours?
no,
Did you complete your parenting classes? Did he complete parenting?
I did something.
No, ma'am. There's no record of it.
All right. They don't have any record of you completing parenting classes. Did you complete parenting classes? I'm sorry?
It's not.
No, I mean, either you did or you didn't. You will remember taking parenting classes. Did you take parenting classes? I'm sorry?
I'm not.
Then why would you tell me you had taken them if you didn't? All right.
Judge, I would like to point out that he did go to SafeP and completed that.
Okay. All right. Did he complete the outpatient treatment with SafeP?
No, Judge, not the follow-up.
Okay. Court is gonna find you guilty, revoke, taking consideration 2025 PF 05908. There's to be restitution of $1,500 to Jovan Garcia, and the court will sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. And counsel, I'll request the therapeutic community. It doesn't increase the time that you're in custody, but if you have any drug issues, then it will help you with that. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Case of limited right of appeal indicates that the misdemeanor was dismissed. What is it? And he's getting credit for the safety, right?
He didn't successfully complete it. And you know what?
Committee and ISP and just want to go back in for it. I'm like, okay, we'll go open.
Yeah,
I was like, she can give you 50 years. You know that?
but yeah, he cut off his GPS, so it's,
No.
yeah.
It's not a
Hey,
good-
but,
it's not a good probation year. Not a good
okay,
probation.
so let me ask you this.
Okay.
So Deputy Laura, we should have a movie thing where we all watch five-part stuff.
Movie night.
Oh, yeah.
I got too many activities there. I'm not worth those luxuries. I don't. You know, she's not giving him safety, but he's got a bunch of time. Dead time, but he was waiting. Should get that.
I have to.
Yeah. He took off on leave. I didn't know he was.
I
sick.
know. It's in the notes. Oh, just one second. Yes. All right, well, we will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Are you gonna come back with us tomorrow?
Maybe.